Oh, it's Tuesday in it. It's Tuesday in it. My beaver, welcome to the stream. How are you today? It's been a while since we played this game. It's been a while. Mainly because it's a lot of reading. I'm doing Tuesday. But yeah, I'm doing okay. Yeah, doing okay. So I think we have to press new game. Yeah. The last game of the trilogy. Trials and Tribulations. Here we go. Yeah, a bit more hydration cause a lot of reading. Then about memories. It's Mia! Huff. Arch. How did I get into this mess? Why? Why did I do that? That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's going to be bad news. You're lying! Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Stop it! Don't talk about her like that. The fuck? Phoenix? It wasn't me. I didn't do it. Five years earlier, Mia faced second trial. Baby 11, 940, lobby 3. Phew, it's final time, I kind of know. We're playing as Mia! Can we just play the rest of the game as Mia? That would be amazing. Ahem! Oh. Are you our assistant? No! Oh, Mr. Grossberg. Good morning. Ah, Mia, please calm yourself down. You're going to get yourself arrested for suspicious behavior, you know. What are you talking about? I'm relaxed, Mr. Grossberg. Look at me. I'm relaxed. Let go of my labels. You obviously haven't got the temperament to be a lawyer. I'm so sorry. I'm so nervous today. Oh, that's right. This is your first time in the big leagues, isn't it? Well, never you fear, my dear. I, Marvin Grossberg, am at your service. Actually, this is my second time in court. Still, you surprised me. But with your earnest request last night, let me handle this case, you suddenly said, and quite forcefully too. I just found out yesterday about the case, I mean. What? And you already learned all the relevant facts. Darling, why you bully me? I think we saw him in the first game at one point. Steals your food. Hi, welcome to the stream. Sweat. I need to delete that. Actually, let me go. There. There we go. Much better. Haparas, hi, welcome to stream. How are you today? Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh dear. I also like trying to read and bounce at the same time. It's a horrible combination. Oh dear. In any case, don't let your client see you're so nervous. You see the poor young man in the pink sweater over there? That's our client. I feel sorry that we play as him. Ugh. Cough snivel. Good morning there, everybody. Good morning. Keep smiling, yeah. I just want to say, I give it all I've got. Yep, it will be fine, no problem. Cough, achoo, achoo! Oh, what's wrong? You have a cold or something, Mr. Fry? Actually, it's fried. Like the Flying Brothers. People screw it up all the time. I don't know, I guess we'll find out. I'm glad to hear you're doing okay, happiness. And yes, I have a cold, that's what this mask is for. My dog says this way, I won't give it to anyone else. Be kind to others, he says. Right, Mr. Fry, you have nothing to fear in the court today. If you are truly innocent, I promise I will save you. Baby, please. Let go of my shirt. Goof. He's the one who should be nervous. Stay strong. My name is Mia Fey. I'm still pretty new at this lawyer thing. The first time I appeared in court was a year ago. And this is your second case. Okay? But that trial traumatized me so badly I thought I'd never set foot in another courtroom. It's been 1 year since then, and well, here I am again. But this time I'm going to win. For my client and for myself. April 11, 10 AM, District Court. Room number 2. Jesus, the judge still looks the same. Oh my god, sneaky. Welcome to stream anyways, how are you today? Court is now in session for trial for Phoenix, right? Ah yeah! The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense today is Miss Mia Fey, was it? Yes, Your Honor. Is there a problem? I was under the impression that Martin Grossberg was to be leading the defense. Yes, well, you see, Mr. Grossberg had a bit of emergency. Emergency? What isn't that? Standing right there next to you. Food arriving. Your food is always arriving when I'm streaming and then you disappear. I think it's a conspiracy that you don't have to watch my streams. I'm on to you, sneaky. But yeah, enjoy your food. Enjoy your food. Yes, well. You're just a rookie, are you sure you can handle this? Toughest look. Of course, Your Honor. I think. Important to have, I think. Well, Miss Payne, your opening statement, please. Well. I can't believe a veteran like me has to spend time babysitting a new defense lawyer. Don't worry, little girl. It will be all over soon. Beaver, focus. We are defense attorney. We're not here to look at girls' core values. Focus, Beaver. Focus. What was that all about? Was he trying to trash talk me? Then I like to proceed with summary of events on the day in question. The incident occurred on the campus of Ivy University. The murder victim was student named Doug Swallow. He was 4th year student studying pharmacology. It sounds like he was very bright young man. Yes, well, next we have photo taken at the scene of the crime. Students discovered the scene shortly after the murder. They found the victim's body and the defendant, who had obviously bungled his gateway? Bungled his gateway? I have no idea what it means. Anyways, they then go to police. It certainly makes the defendant look very suspicious indeed. Get away! Oh, did I read it correctly? I'm so good at reading. The court accept this photo into record as evidence. By the way, I can't quite tell the cause of death from this photo. Hehehe. Your reputation for sagacity is well earned, Your Honor. Sagacity? Truth is that this victim died a rather unusual death. Unusual death? What do you mean, Mr. Payne? Well, perhaps the defense would like to take this question. Huh? A simple question. I thought I might loosen you up a bit. I'm Central Manny Fever. What? Oh, it's raining outside. Perfect opportunity. What was it? The course. Go on. Please say you know at least this much. I'm sorry, I didn't get a chance to read through the whole file. From my hemorrhoids of beating it up. Now see here. The details of the case are filed under court record. But you knew that already, didn't you? Of course we are. It's a turning veteran at this point already. The court record. I think I can see that by pressing that. All of the weapons we need can be found in the court record. Take a good hard look at the data there and think carefully before you answer. Yes, I just do that. Court record, okay, let's take a look. Okay, cause of death was a fatal electric shock. What was the cause of death?
electrocution. According to court record, it was fatal electric shock, in other words, electrocution. Electrocution? But how could such a thing happen? Did the murderer use some type of new super powerful stun gun, perhaps? I like this judge. He's so stupid. The answer to that will become crystal clear as this trial proceeds, Your Honor. But before that, there is one more vital issue. What's that? Why motive, of course. Apparently there was some bad blood between the victim and the defendant. Haparas you a bit late, I think Sneaky is long going to eat. Oh, hydration. What do you mean? Oopsie! I'm terribly sorry. You're the defense attorney, so you must know all about it. I shouldn't be stealing your spotlight like this. Don't light the smack attitude. That's Winston Payne for you. He's one smooth operator. He's no Carlos Sainz. Get the fuck out of here. If you catch my drift. They don't call him rookie killer for nothing, you know. And then let's hear from defense. What was the source of bad blood between victim and defendant? Student Lee has a gold. Data victim. Girl problems. This time, I would like you to see some supporting evidence. Evidence? Oh no, yes. Go to God. Find evidence you need, show it the old grey badge face. Yes sir, in the old grey badge face. With the crossback. That is a better example for the young lady. Yeah, evidence isn't the only thing, there's profiles. Yeah. It was Dahlia Hawthorne, age 20. Wait, how old are they? 21, 22, 20. Huh. Take that! Doesn't really sound the same as Phoenix Take That, but oh well. The reason for the bad blood between two of them was this woman here. Dahlia Hawthorne, is it? Very good, Miss Faye. You seem to have picked up on the at least this much. Sasa, hi! Welcome to the stream. How are you today? It's Tuesday in it. Also, wait a second. This woman is the girlfriend of defendant Phoenix Fred. But until about 8 months ago, she was with the victim, Mr. Swallow. Tired? Yeah, tired gang, let's go. I'm okay though, I'm okay. But I'm always tired. Clearly she has some part to play in this story. He's done it again. Before the cross-examination start, he's already got the judge thinking like he wants. Very well, Mr. Payne, please call your first witness. I need to seek Wolfie on you? What?
What? Is Wolfie sick or what? I'm confused. If it burns the god, the prosecution would like to call Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? To defend that himself? Well, Miss Faye? No need to send Wolfie after me. Defense has no objection. Very well. Court calls Mr. Phoenix Wright to the witness stand. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Yes. My name is Phoenix Wright. My job is, well, right now I guess I'm a suspect. No. He means what you did before you were arrested. Oh, achoo. I was university student. You are still university student. It doesn't say even if you get arrested. It doesn't mean you were fired from the school. Unless it's some very prestigious Japanese school that just fires everyone who gets something. I don't know. Mr. Frank, you understand that you are what? But I didn't do it. I'm innocent, I tell you. I'm telling you I was achoo, cough. I don't think so, cause he was 1 year behind. Or like 1 year younger than the one who died, and the one who died was in the 4th year, so I'm guessing he was in 3rd year? Question mark? Also, who would kill someone in the last day of the freaking school? That seems so counterproductive. Would the defendant please refrain from passing on this code restoration? It seems the witness has something he wants to say. Not that, Mr. Wright. Please tell us about your relation to the victim. Right away, Your Honor. Wolfie, hi, welcome to the stream. How are you today? Tuesday in it. Long time no see. The victim and I admit I was there. But I'm not a killer. All I did was find his body. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. I never even talked to that stuck-up British wannabe. British wannabe. I see. So you hardly knew the victim. I've been okay. I was sick a few weeks ago, but I have recovered, and yeah, I've been okay. How about you? Yeah, but according to his backstory, he wanted to become a lawyer when Edgy Boy defended him in the classroom, and that was like elementary school. I don't know what he was studying in the... Wait. Does it show? What did Phoenix even... Art student. Huh. I don't know. I see, so you hardly knew the victim. Right, like I said, I'm not a killer. Here, it looks like the judge understands. You're being naive, you know. Too naive. Huh? It seems that you've forgotten one small thing, young lady. And that would be... This witness still has to undergo something called cross-examination. Cross-examination? Oh, it's so annoying, these tutorials! I've done this like 2 times already. Besides, and it's defense duty to carry out the cross-examination.
Purpose is to determine if the fitness contains contraction. Statement contains contractions. If a fitness is lying, the statement will conflict with the court record.
Oh, thank you, big hug as well. And enjoy this lurking around, I suppose.
But Mr. Fred is my client. Even if he's your client in the court, all lies must be struck down. As a lawyer, that is your duty, you see.
What does he mean by that?
Is he saying that testimony just now?
There was a lie? A contradiction?
Now then, cross-examination if you please. Tell me you haven't been lying. It's full of lies.
You wouldn't do that to me, would you?
That is very high pitch indeed. When you say there, you mean the place where victim was murdered. Yeah, sort of. The place where something happened anyway. Something? You can hide what happened. We have photographic evidence. Anyway, Mr. Wright, what were you doing at the crime scene of crime? I thought you said you didn't know the victim, Mr. Swallow. It was just coincidence. We bumped into each other by accident. Coincidence, huh? You say you found the body, so who called the police? Huh? What's on tape was some other students that notified the police.
Other students? There are more than 2 students in university? The cusp.
That's correct. They were witnesses. Witness who saw the defendant standing there next to the body in shock. What? Is this true, Mr. Wright? Could you stop sneezing every time you're in a bind? Well, it's true that I was pretty shocked when I found the body. But I... So you didn't know his face or even his name, right? Right, well, no. That is, I mean... So, which is it? Did you know him or not? Now see here, you can avoid answering the questions by sneezing all day. Well, I guess I did know his name. News to me. Why didn't he tell me that before? I heard he used to date Dolly. Who is this Dolly person? Ah yes, the Footy defendant's lover, Miss Dahlia Hartrow. Oh, I see. Ah, young love. So bittersweet. But that's all I knew about him. I like stuck-up British wannabe. I have to use this against certain people in the future. Mr. Frey, you stated the following in your testimony. You hardly knew the guy to begin with. That's right. I mean, why would I even... But that doesn't sound right. If you hardly knew him, then why would you say the victim was stuck-up British wannabe? Achoo! Well, Mr. Bright? Ah, no, it wasn't me. I'm not a killer, I swear. Mr. Fried, I will give you an opportunity to revise your testimony. How is it that you knew the victim was, as you put it, a British wannabe? Yes, well... Union check on his back of his shirt. Did you see it at the crime scene? The Union check, I mean. Yes, that's right. I saw it at the crime scene. That's why I figured he must love British stuff, see? It's true, cross my heart. I swear I didn't do it. He's acting fishier than the salmon I ate last night. May I ask you something, Miss Faye? Yes, Your Honor. Who is this person anyway? This Union Jack fellow. Oh, Judge, never change. You sweet, sweet little thing. The Union Jack is the name of the United Kingdom's flag. Oh, I see. So you mean like stars and stripes, right? As usual, Anna. Your insight astounds me. Yeah, there's contraction here. Respect. Quickly now, show the boy you mean business with evidence, I mean. Well, my dear, do you think you can manage on your own from this point? I can handle it myself! I'm a strong, independent woman. I can do it. I can handle this myself. You mustn't try to bite more than you can chew, yeah? I'll be fine. I know what I have to do. Press more information. You're going to state conviction. Make sure you present definite proof. Yeah, I don't see Union flag there, so... Union Jack. Are you certain you saw the Union Jack? Yeah, I'm sure. It was right there on his back. His face there. Point to this line of questioning. Your Honor, please take another look at the crime scene further. As you can see, there's absolutely nothing on the victim's back. Hey, wait a minute. He was wearing a leather jacket. The Union Jack was on the back of the t-shirt he was wearing. I was under the impression that he accidentally came across the body. But if that was really the case, then you wouldn't know that, would you? You'd had no idea what he was wearing underneath that jacket. Mr. Frey, you've been lying to me. Oh, he's crying. You made our client cry. Let him. The P on his chest doesn't stand for Phoenix anyways. I can't believe I trusted him. Mr. Fright was all wrong. Hehehe. That was an impressive bit of cross-examination. Thank you for uncovering the defendant's lies for me. It's quite clear that this man did not simply stumble upon the scene of the crime. By the way, Mr. Frey, you seem to have rather bad cold. Have you taken any medicine for it? Yeah, I took some, but was the medicine that you took over the counter brand called Code Killer X. that is such a scam. Yeah, that's right. It kills gods. Good. Hey, wait a second. How did you know I'm a big fan of God Killer X? How can you be a fan of it? Are you getting colds all the time? Would you happen to have that medicine with you right now? Well, actually, I seem to have lost it somewhere. He lost it? Does this have anything to do with the case? Mr. Fry, shall I tell you where your cold medicine is right now? Huh? Your Honor, I'd like you to take another photo. Look at another photo from the crime scene. Oh, what's this? The victim's hand. It's Cold Killer X. Yes, but even I've got bottle of Cold Killer X in my apartment. Patricia. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that argument won't work. There's no doubt as to who this bottle of Cold Killer belongs to. Especially since Mr. Fright's fingerprints are all over it. Nyani. Sensing his murderous intent, Mr. Swallow must have picked up the bottle of medicine dropped by Mr. Fright and hid it in his hand. Doesn't make any sense. His purpose in doing so can only have been to identify his killer as Phoenix Wright. You need a warrant for that, people. Order in the court. Your Honor, I'd like to present this photo and bottle as evidence. Very well, the court will accept them into the record. Also, the victim's wristwatch was broken. Yes, it ceased functioning when the large wave of electricity passed through it. Well, Mr. Fry, do you have some kind of explanation for all of this? It's really bad. Oh, my buttocks. My poor hemorrhoids. What really happened? Oh, my back. The truth is, I went because he called me. He was in the pharmacology depth, so we agreed to meet at 2:45 behind that building. We talked for a bit and then at around 3 we split up. Then later when I went back, I found him lying there. I've been taking Cold Killer X for the last 2 or 3 days, but I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. Mr. Fright, that's completely different from the testimony you gave previously. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was afraid you wouldn't believe the truth. You forgive me if I say I hardly find your current testimony any more credible. Here's the cross-examination. Let's go uncover my lies. Had you ever met the victim before then? No, never. But that day he called me up and told me he wanted to talk about Dolly. And this Dolly person is my, it's kind of embarrassing, she's my sweetheart. Look at those dead eyes. Seriously, look at those dead eyes. She's dead inside. Otherwise pretty face though. What? That was Mia. So sorry, I just felt like slapping something all of a sudden. Talia Hathron was also lover of the murder victim dog's fellow, before she met Mr. Fry, that is. So it was one of those nasty love triangles, I see. Was it Mr. Swallow who indicated you should meet at 2:45? Yeah, and we were both there right on time. You said the victim was in the pharmacology depth, correct? Yeah, he was studying how to manufacture and improve pharmaceuticals. Need that word. Everyone called him the alchemist of IVU. Alchemist, I see. I got to admit, it was a little suspicious. He had a whole laboratory and everything. It was filled with chemicals and strange machines that ran on high voltage electricity. Ho, fascinating. He sounds like he was quite an ambitious young man. Timing of the meeting. So after you're absolutely certain you met at 2:45? Yeah, pretty sure. It's the time class ends. But they always do an experiment, so it doesn't matter much. Experiments? Yeah, those pharma, I just call them pharma now, are always in the lab whipping up something. Witness, let's go with your testimony. I want to check the other room. I was wondering if you could tell us a bit more about pharma department. Well, okay, sure. I don't know all that much though. A little bit earlier in your testimony you said something interesting. You said that the department uses strange machines that run on high voltage electricity. That's right. And they sure look dangerous. They use non-standard voltages, so they are high voltage cables heavy. What do you mean non-standard? I would think that all the machines are like... Sure, it can be high voltage, but why would you use non-standard ones? The high voltage cables? Yeah, there were electrical poles set up all around the building. The high voltage cables run overhead around the roof. Finally, I think we're getting somewhere. So what was it you were talking about? You know, that maybe we should hang out again sometime. That's a lie. Hang out again. So you say you went back? Yeah, that's when I found the body. But why did you go back in the first place? Weren't you angry with him? Well, that's right, I was. Then why, Mr. Fry, why did you go back there? I thought maybe we could make up. Everybody believes that. It's rather unusual to catch goat this time of year, isn't it? He's worse than Butch though. The Larry Butch. Oh my god. The Phoenix is actually worse person than the Butch when talking witness stand. When trying to defend him. Oh my god. Yeah, I always get a little careless when the weather starts to warm up. I guess I shouldn't sleep with the window open this early in spring, huh? I suppose common sense is not always common. So, did anyone else know that you were taking confession? Well, I always took one after meals, so I'm pretty sure all my friends knew about it. On the day of the incident, what did you do for lunch? Huh? What does that have to do with anything? You can never beat the show. I always eat with Dolly, just two first. Dolly's homemade lunches are just the greatest. I bet they are ordered from local restaurant. Her mini omelets are magically delicious. Yo, why did you punch me in the jaw? Oh, I'm sorry. I just felt like hurting someone all of a sudden. I like Mia. I think that's enough for now. So defendant and the victim met approximately. How can I not talk today? Jesus. The time of his death. And then defendant returned to the scene for some unknown reason. Not entirely convinced by his explanation about the medicine bottle either. Let me be frank here, Mr. Frank. Your testimony cannot be trusted. What do you mean? This is the first time the judge doesn't trust something blindly. What is this? Hehehe. And it was too much work for a little girl. However, there is one mystery that still remains. There is, Your Honor. How the murder was carried out, of course. Just how was the victim electrocuted? I don't believe the murder weapon has been produced yet, correct? Well, that is, you are correct, Your Honor. So how exactly was Mr. Swallows killed? If I could somehow establish how it was done, maybe I could still come out of this mess smelling like rose. There's a wire right there that has snapped. Confidence, let's go. Your Honor? Yes, Miss Fane. I believe that if we were to piece together everything we heard until now, we should be able to solve the mystery of how Mr. Swallow died. That would be most impressive. Hehehe. Quite a brash statement coming from a rookie. But even beginners like you must understand the basic rules of the court, yes. Attorney must be able to substantiate their arguments with evidence. Of course I knew that. I had totally forgotten it. Now then, Miss Faye, let me see what you got. Show me how you believe. And there's the electrical fire, so... As for the cause of the... I'd say this picture captures it quite well. Huh? But there's nothing that even remotely resembles murder weapon here. Such sparks. Casually sparks, you know. I'm afraid the defense is going to have to explain this a bit more detail. This way, where exactly is the murder weapon? It's right there. And actually, it's right here. That's... What is that? A severed electrical cable, I believe, Your Honor. Remember the testimony we heard? The machines the pharmacology students use in their experiments require high voltage. And because of that, there are special high voltage cables strung up everywhere. So then, high voltage cable? Yes, the high voltage cable is the cause of death. To be honest, it doesn't have to be high voltage cable. If an electrical cable is like that cut off, you know, you will die. That certainly sounds plausible. And Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about that? Well, I believe some praise is in order. Don't toy with me, old man. Though it is true high voltage is more dangerous, but I'm just saying it didn't have to be high voltage. No, the victim's cause of death may indeed have been high voltage cable. However, I want you to think about what really implies. The only one who had the opportunity to use the cable as a weapon was the defendant. That much is certainly true. Yes, and that's not all. We have proof. Irrefutable proof that will establish that Mr. Fright was the murderer. You do? Well, what is it? His fingerprints. Fingerprints? You mean the defendant's fingerprints were on something else besides the medicine bottle? Let's take another look at the crime scene. As you can see, victims wearing leather jacket. As you may know, leather holds fingerprints quite well. You mean? Yes, it was quite clearly imprinted on the chest area of victim's jacket. The palm print of the defendant's very own hand. Nyani! I can only think of one way Mr. Fright could have left print like that. In that murder, he squarely pushed victim towards the severed electrical cable. Order, that's enough. I think we can conclude that there is no reason to continue with this cross-examination. Stick a fork in us, we done. Mr. Crossback, my hemorrhoids never lie. The show is over, Mia. I knew the boy was guilty the first time I saw him. No, you're wrong. Fright is innocent. No. Let's make Fright guilty so we can play rest of the game as Mia. Cause if Fright is not there, then maybe Mia doesn't die and you know everything. No further evidence is required to convince me of this man's guilt. Your Honor, at this time I'm prepared to render verdict on this case. Do you have something further to add, Miss Faye? Is this what you want, Mr. Fright? You still haven't told us the truth, the whole truth. If you don't say something now, the judge is going to hand down his verdict. But I just can't say it. If I told what really happened, then I'd be... He'd be proven guilty, but he's about to be proven guilty. Like, I don't understand this logic. Felix is idiot. It's okay, Mr. Fright. I'm your attorney. You can trust me. Miss Faye, put the mask back on. No matter what it is you have to say, I believe in you and I will send you to very end. We already established the defendant's guilt. There's no further need for him to say anything. Well, wait a minute. Mr. Frey. I tell you what really happened. But I already told you, Mr. Frey, there's no need for further. I did it. I admit I pushed him. It's my fault. My fault that Duke Swallow is dead. Dun, 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 dun. I like this music. But he fell on his back. On the photo he was on his stomach. What you just said, was that truth? Yes, I was afraid that if I told the truth, anyone would think I was the murderer for sure. Well, as things currently stand, we're all absolutely convinced you are. Please give me one more chance to explain. This time I swear I'd tell the whole truth. It will be okay, won't it, Miss Faye? I believe in you. Oh, thank you. He really did push the victim. Hemorrhoids are doing Harlem's sake. What year is this? When was Harlem's sake relevant? Tuossa on hydration. That guy, he was talking bad about Dodie. I lost my temper and gave him a shove. At that moment I heard some kind of loud noise. A little while after I left, I started to get worried. So I went back, but he was just lying there, dead. Well, the explanation is really quite simple. When he pushed them, Mr. Swallow, he flew back and touched the electrical cable. He died from the shock, and that, as they say, is dead. Simple explanation indeed. At the time of the accident, the light rain had been falling. The wet from rain, the victim was more easily executed. But when I pushed them, there weren't any electrical cables nearby. If there had been something like that, even I would have noticed it. You sure about that? Miss Faye. Let me warn you right now that if your cross-examination doesn't yield any new facts, I intend to deliver my verdict without further delay. Are we clear? Yes, Your Honor. Don't give up, Mia. If he's innocent, there must be some kind of evidence somewhere that will prove it. So what kind of things did Mr. Swallow say to you? He said all sort of terrible things about Dodie. He said she was a bad girl. Oh my god. Is that all? Yep. Well, Miss Faye, you heard him yourself. Anyway, after he said that, I just... Can you tell me about what happened in little more detail? That guy, he just said what he wanted to say to me. After he put on jacket he was holding and started to leave. That's when I lost my temper, flew into furious frenzy, cause Dolly was a bad girl. I just gave him a light, gentle shove to the chest. And when you did that, there was no severed cable anywhere to be seen. Right, there was nothing like that at all. But it is possible that you merely overlooked it. Well, I guess it's possible. Don't let that guy steamroll over you like cheap asphalt. I don't get that saying. I believe what's important here is the moment the push occurred. A loud noise. What would you say that loud noise was? I'm not sure, it was really loud. It was like snap! You know, come to think of it, I wonder what that was. Hehehe. Clearly or not, it was the sound of victim being at the... Electrocution doesn't sound like snap! You are not qualified to decide that. Mr. Fry, that loud noise you heard may be extremely important. Try to remember what it was. How do I put it? It was like a sharp crack. Aha! Could it have been? Could have been. Hurry up and tell us. When I pushed him, he dropped the umbrella he was holding. He fell right on top of it and broke it. That was probably the noise I heard. An umbrella, huh? And my umbrella, Ella. And did that umbrella belong to the victim? Yeah, it was plastic umbrella, cheap and frail. Kind of like the owner. Then again, I wish I had any kind of umbrella. I was totally soaked to the bone. Miss Faye, what do you think? Is there something important in the testimony? Well... yeah, of course it's important. Of course it's important. No, the seat umbrella is more than important, it's vital. I want to officially have it entered in the testimony. A perfectly fitting flimsy information for flimsy lawyer. Court agrees the defense questions. Witness please add the bit about cheap umbrella to the testimony. Let's press the new info, just in case. So Mr. Fowl fell on top of his umbrella. Are you certain of this? Yeah, it was right there under him. Actually, if it hadn't been under him, I was planning on borrowing it for myself. Savage! The umbrella, you mean? Well, yeah, I was wearing this sweater here. Dolly stayed up late for nights at a time knitting it for me. I didn't want the rain to dampen the handmade symbol of her love. My stomach is not to be used as your personal soccer ball. Ah, I'm sorry. I already know what to do, but let's just press the other two. After you shot the victim, did you leave the scene right away? Yes, I did. I admit it. I was furious! You left without even checking Mr. Swallow's condition. Well, yeah. But like I said, I got worried about him later. At that time, did you see anyone else at the scene of the crime? Nope, nobody. In that case, it's very hard to believe someone else could have been the murderer. So she's innocent. Yeah. Present. Yeah, it's... Why didn't you testify about the umbrella from the very beginning? Come on, if I had mentioned that, I would have been able to counter the prosecution's arguments earlier. What do you mean by that? Take another look at the crime scene photo. According to Mr. Wright, the victim fell on top of his umbrella. However, if you look at it closely, the umbrella is nowhere near the victim. Actually, it is the electrical pole. You're absolutely right. The conclusion here is obvious. After the defendant left, the victim moved from where he fell. In other words, after he was pushed by the defendant, Mr. Swallow was still alive. No. Order. The victim, he moved. The gasp. Mr. Payne, the umbrella in this photo, where is it now? Well, it was collected by police at the crime scene. I want it presented as evidence immediately. But the umbrella could have simply been blown there by the wind. According to testimony, the victim fell on top of the umbrella. There's simply no way it could have been blown there by the wind. Now this matter of umbrella seems slightly trivial. But as long as the smallest doubt remains, I cannot render the final judgment. No. I must say I still find it hard to believe that huge hole has been blown in the prosecution's case by defendant's testimony. Well done, yeah. Hehe. Mr. Payne, what are you chuckling about? Pardon me, Your Honor. It seems I was expecting too much of a free ride. I was foolish to think I could establish guilt through cross-examination alone. I'm afraid I don't follow what you're saying. Let me guess, you have another witness? Exactly, and this witness testimony will be incontrovertible. Well, who is the witness? Miss Talia Hawthorne. Talia Hawthorne? You don't mean Dolly? I do, Your Honor. The defendant's very own lover is witness to the whole thing. That's right. She was the scene of the crime when the murder took place. What? Betrayed by your girlfriend? Oof. Serves you right, Phoenix, though. I'm sorry to break the bad news to you, my dear. Bad news? You could be more wrong. Actually, I've been waiting for this. You can't be serious. Yeah, what do you mean by that? I think this is a good point as to stop at the court. Court will now end at 20-minute recess. Afterwards, we will listen to the testimony of Miss Talia Hawthorne. April 11:52. Miss Faye, I'm sorry about what happened back there. It's alright, at least you told us the truth in the end, Mr. Fry. Yeah, so I guess I can start relax then, huh? Relax, my boy. You can't be serious after hiding such important facts. But the next witness is Dolly, right? She'll save me. I just know she will. Why do you think that? Huh? What do you mean? She's the love of my life. That's why. The love of your life. Huh? Would you mind telling me more about you and Miss Talia Hawthorne? Sure, no problem. Dolly and I, we first met about 8 months ago right here in this very courthouse. Actually, I'm studying to be a lawyer on the side. Anyway. One day, she and I bumped into each other in the reading room downstairs. That's why I really think it was fate that brought us together. What was that freaking necklace? As soon as I first set eyes on her, I knew she was the one for me. Oh here, take a look at this. She gave this to me the day we met, a symbol of our love. Who gives a necklace in the first day? To someone you just meet. Suspicious! She had been wearing it around her neck that day, but then she took it off. But before she gave it to me, she said, I want you to carry this. So she gave it to you as present, I see. This darling little bottle is filled with memories of my darling little Dolly. It certainly is little bottle, right? It makes me so happy. I show it to everyone I meet. I want to share my happiness with the world. Anyway. So after that, you and Heartthrown started dating. Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Please give it back now. What a strange girl, asking for a present back like that. By the way, Mr. Friend, the day you first met Talia Heartthrown 8 months ago, it wouldn't happen to be in August 27th, would it? Huh? Yeah, it was. How did you? This happening on August 27th, right here in this court hall. This happened. What's this newspaper clipping? Let's see, murder in the courthouse. Murder. What are you reading there? Let me see that. Oh, I see. Yeah, I think I understand what you're trying to say. I think I understand why you suddenly took such keen interest in this case. You believe there's some connection between these cases, am I correct? I hope you don't mind, Mr. Crossberg. I need to finish this myself. Ah, yes, but I'm afraid that what you have will not be enough, my dear. I go and have a look in downstairs reading room and see what else I can find. Thank you. I want to do whatever I can to be a help of you, Mia. Well, it looks like recess is about over, so we better all get moving. I guess so. The recess sure seemed longer than 20 minutes. To be continued. I know it's ahead of schedule, but I think now is good time to take a break time, since it was like... Usually the tutorial mission is quite short, so I'm guessing this is like halfway point. So it's 12 minutes early, but let's take a break time here. So, you know the deal. 10 minutes of snacking and whatever you want to do, and hydrating, bathroom breaks. And see ya in 10.
Hello, welcome back. And Stinky, hi, welcome back from meeting. Hope you guys had a good break time. Not we know where you convene, Mr. Payne, please call your witness. And yeah, for some reason, I don't know how, but Alios is always asleep or busy when I stream Ace Attorney, and he's the one who really wants to see the Ace Attorney streams. Get this, I found an awesome snack. It's German Snow White cake. What? I'm curious. German Snow White cake. Donaufelkuchen. Donovan? I might even pronounce it close to the right. Let's see. It looks amazing though. Oh, now I'm become hungry just looking at it. Why did you have to do this to me, Beaver? Stop making me hungry. This next person is someone who witnessed the crime as it happened. The prosecution calls Miss Talia Hawthorne to the stand. Look at those freaking eyes, they're so dead. Butterflies? What's with this stiff silence? In my long career as judge, I've never been deceived by... I've been deceived by many witnesses. It's my job to doubt, to take no one at their word. But in your case, I am admit that your radiance glow of complete sincerity. Yeah, cause I read everything that they say, it's really slow. If I just play and not read everything that people characters talk, I could be like, I would be so much faster at this. Yeah, don't you know, Sneaky, there's a different separate stomach for desserts, so... I can't believe he actually said that. Oh, Madam Witness, could you please state your full name? I am... Don't worry, sweetie. There's nothing to be nervous. If anyone says anything rude, you can be sure I cut them right down to size. And I pass them with my crovel. Okay, well, whatever. I love how they look straight at me when they say that. Thank you for calming my nerves. Yeah, I use that stomach for beer. Ice cream. Oh, I can... Well, I will not take an ice cream because I have to, you know. Oi, we would be, like, I swear to God, the amount of streams would be halved for Ace Attorney. You are all so nice. I almost feel you right at home. Not at all. It was nothing. If we made to move on, what is your full name and occupation? My name is Talia Hawthorne. I'm junior in literature at Ivy University. I just want to say, it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence. The honor is all mine. No, the honor is all mine. Fucking Sims. Now we know whose milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. So,
Is there something I can help you with? Just go on and say whatever is in your mind. I'm sure that there must be some kind of mistake. Feeny would never kill anyone, I just know it. Yes. Can see why you'd say that. Technically there would be a search. But it's called fashion, so no. Or using every advantage you have, I don't know, take a pick. It took 12 seconds to wrap them all around her little finger. Now then, please proceed with your testimony. Let's hear about what you witnessed on the day of the incident, if you please. I had been planning to go back to Feeny's place after class was over. Feeny and Dookie, they were talking behind the building. Then suddenly, Dookie got all wobbly and just collapsed. That's when Feeny noticed that I was there. I went to go and find some other students and they got the authorities. Got all wobbly and I don't know what to say. According to you, Miss Hartwell, the defendant didn't do anything wrong. Young lady, as old as I am, even I recall how hot flames of young passion can burn. Nevertheless, it's my job to discover the truth. Please tell us the truth. But I would never. Also, like, carrying this with you all the time, I just find it bothersome. I haven't tried anything like that, but it seems like too much pain in the ass. That's more than enough witness. I won't allow this to continue. What do you mean by that? Please just let me proceed with my cross-examination, Your Honor. I for one don't plan to win my case on bunch of paper thin lies. Teehee, you haven't changed a bit. Mia Fey. What's this? So you two are acquainted? Yes, we met before. Once. The only thing I can relate is carrying a towel around after having a shower. Even that is bothersome. In any case, Miss Fey, the floor is all yours. It's good to see you again, Madame Fey. Madame, I'm no one's grandma yet, girlie. Now, unless I'm mistaken, Feeny, I mean Mr. Fright, is in art department. If that's the case, then what were you doing by Pharma building? Don't you know, Beaver? Flat is justice. Well, I'm in the literature department. I'm studying Japanese and read poetry. Oh ho ho, how wonderful. Is that humorous yet satirical style of haiku, yes? Nothing left to do. When man reaches this age, sleep is his best friend. That's supposed to be poetry? Sounds more like a midlife crisis. For me to get to the art department, I have to walk through that back area. Ah yes, I see. That makes sense. When I want to enter the courthouse, I always walk through the front doors. Good. Thank you for telling that important information.
So, who is this Dookie person? Oh, I'm sorry. Dogs follow. We were dating until 8 months ago. So what were Dookie, Mr. Swallow and Mr. Fright talking about anyway? How can you be so mean? She looks like a robot actually. The eyes, I mean. I would never eavesdrop. I wasn't raised to be so rude and unrefined. That's right, Miss Faye. Don't drag the fitness down to your level. Why am I being demonized here? Please go on. What did you see next? And suddenly Dookie got all wobbly. Are you saying that the victim just collapsed on his own? Yes. In other words, the defendant never touched the victim, is that right? I was watching the whole time. Feeny food, and Feeny never did thing to Dookie. If I press F1, no good to you. People's lies are not very becoming, Miss Hatron, so let's drop them, shall we? What? I would never. Miss Faye, I will not allow you to badger this witness. I believe the defense is engaged in a fishing expedition. That is, she has no supporting. I like the stare though. Please don't glare at me like that. I'm just doing my job. Madam is hot wrong. The defendant bomb print was found on Miss Follows. Let's check it. It has already been shown that Mr. Fright did in fact push the victim. What? There's no need to try convert it for defendant. It would be much better if you came out and told us the whole truth. There's nothing to worry about, young lady. Just tell us everything you said. Yes, Your Honor. I will. If you don't mind, I'd like to revise my testimony. To hydration. Didn't see the moment. You didn't see it? Well, I saw the moment when Dookie fell on the ground. And at that time there was only two of them at the scene. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, and the victim, Dogs Follow. Yes, that's right. So then, what did it look like when... Did it look like they were doing to you? I thought they were having a nice, friendly afternoon conversation. That's why I really wasn't watching them all that closely. Did you notice anything out of ordinary? No, nothing at all, Mr. Judge. Oh, I like the sound of that, Mr. Judge. Now then, please proceed with your testimony. When you say students, you mean students from Pharma department. Yes, they are. Oh, they're all very fond of their drugs. Please try to stay on topic. So to find some Pharma students, you went to the labs, correct? That's what I was planning to do, but in the end, I found up not going. The group of about 10 research students came running out of the building entrance. Somehow they all seemed to know what was going on. Students knew what was going on.
But how could the students have known what was going on? Well, I don't know for sure that they knew what had happened. It's just they all seemed kind of excited about something. So did the students call the police? Yes, I was just so panicked. Yes, well anyone would have been ready. Super obvious lie. Pretending to protect. Didn't see moment he pushed. What do I press though? With what? Oh, the loud sound. Music didn't stop! Why did it stop? I hear the speed, right? I knew it. Didn't see the moment he pushed dodge. Did I just press it at the wrong place? Or did I present the wrong thing? Also, please, I ask for help when I need help, okay? Yeah. When you say you didn't hear anything unusual, is that correct? Yes, that's why I was very relaxed looking at the scenery around me. That's nice, but I find it that's just a little odd. But I mean, technically, the cause of the loud noise forced the umbrella, so technically the game should have. I hate this game sometimes. He had testimony of your boyfriend, Mr. Phoenix, right? And he clearly testified the effect. That when he pushed the victim, he heard a sharp, loud noise. He said that. You were really that close? If you were really that close to two of them, why didn't you hear this noise as well? Well, maybe the noise was just wasn't that odd, that memorable. But according to Mr. Bright's testimony, it was sharp noise like snap. Stop chat. There's no way a noise like that could fail to make an impression. May I have a moment to answer? By all means. I know the reason why I didn't hear the noise. You see, the truth is, I had my headphones on and I was listening to the music at the time. Headphones? You mean both of your ears were covered? The rain was just beginning to let up. It seemed as though Thor wasn't ready for his fun to come to an end here. So sky continued to flash and rumble. Thunder and lightning, huh? Yes, I'm afraid of the sound of thunder. So I put my headphones on to block it out. Hehehe. Well, Your Honor, as you can see, there weren't any contradictions in her testimony after all. Wait a second. He said something that could totally change this whole case. There was lightning. Maybe. Your Honor, there's a problem with the witness testimony. What do you mean? Didn't you notice? He said there was lightning, correct? Yes, what about it? The lightning is actually a discharge of electricity in the atmosphere, am I right? Now is not the time for science lesson, Miss Fane. Oh, sneaky, are you like British wannabe? Now it's not time for science lesson. Yes, Your Honor. Anyway, since the cause of death was electrocution, isn't it possible that the victim died from heat by bolt of lightning? I mean, the Phoenix called this dude a British wannabe. So, yeah. Also, did you just really call me cunt? Wow, rude. I must admit that the thought had not occurred to me. What kind of thoughts do occur to this guy anyway? This entire case is built on premise that Mr. Dog Swallow was murdered, but that very premise itself is mistaken. The defense believes that the Miss Federal was in fact the victim of a stray bolt. It appears the defense may be onto something. Could it be that the death was actually accidental? Hehehe. I'm heard that you have such low opinion of me, Miss Faye. Huh? I'm not a fool, you know. The prosecution has done its research, Your Honor. We found that there were no lightning strikes on that day at that location. What's more, we have evidence that the electrical cable is definitely linked to this case. Evidence, Mr. Payne? Well, what is this evidence? This affidavit. Affidavit. I like the word affidavit. Don't know what it means, but it's affidavit. The pharma students who were conducting experiments in the labs that day allow me to read out code blah blah blah. All equipment in the labs lost power all of a sudden at around 3 PM that day. Was it a blackout? All of the lab's equipment runs on high voltage, Your Honor. So you're saying the equipment lost power because... Precisely. They lost power because they severed the electrical cable. The electrical cable just doesn't come severed on its own. The power outrage occurred at approximately 3 AM. It's the time of death listed in the autopsy report. Exactly, in other words, The victim died in result of touching severed electrical cable. It is hard. According to the students, the cables were very old. They were planning on having them replaced in the near future. Apparently, the cables had become so brittle that even smallest bump would cause them to... What kind of fucking electrical cable is that? I'm sorry, as an electrical engineer, I'm just triggered by all of this. However, there is one thing that troubles me. In the cable, if cable could have been broken by any small bump, then it wouldn't have snapped if it hadn't been bumped into, correct? Well, I suppose you could say that. Miss Faye, do you have any thoughts regarding the cause of severed cable? Your Honor? I don't like how this is looking one bit. I have to come up with something to try regain some momentum. If it pleases the court, the defense would like to state its opinion. Well then, let's hear it. Who or what was it that caused cable to break? I don't know. Right. 255. That is 305. Oh, I think that could touch the power cable. Is the umbrella. I mean, they're high, see? But I mean, it was plastic, so it shouldn't run the electricity, it's just... The music stopped at least. Well, yeah. I believe that the only thing that snapped in the mind of defense. That was one of your best lines yet, Your Honor. Yes. This dude then? I don't know. Actually, I don't lose points here, so it's good. Wait, am I just thinking too hard on this, or... It's the Cold Killer Axe. Phoenix then. Ha! You have ha! I don't know. Let's just go on with it. The defense testimony. He said that after he pushed the victim, he heard loud sharp noise, but it was the umbrella which was on the ground. This happened around 3 p.m. correct? That sounds right. Wait, you say that the lab equipment lost power at 2:55 p.m. which fits right into Mr. Fright's timeline. In other words, it was Mr. Fright's soft that caused the power outage. Yes, the prosecution also came to the same conclusion. It was very soft that caused Mr. Swallow to be electrocuted. I'm afraid I can't agree with you there, Mr. Payne. What's that supposed to mean? Take a good look where the victim landed after being soft. See umbrella? It's by electric pole. That's right. The victim banged into the pole as a result of being pushed. Again, if the victim hit the pole, which caused the fire to snap, then why didn't the judge accept the victim as the dude? Because technically it's him, dude. Like, this game. It was impact that caused the cable to break. Hydration. That makes sense, and then the victim was electrocuted. Making a game for DS doesn't make you any less guilty for these mistakes, okay? It's simple. It shouldn't be that hard. Player has to pick this or this option for the right answer. They can add one more item to be correct item. Oh my god. I'm sorry, but no, it doesn't make any sense at all. If the victim was shoved into the warpole, then he couldn't have been electrocuted by the severed cable in the foreground here. In other words, someone other than my client must have electrocuted the victim. Order in court. Lamentation of enemy. How I've longed to hear them. It's true, the defense is absolutely correct. There doesn't seem... Mr. Judge, sir, may I say something? I looked at the old art and it's definitely redrawn. Not upscaled, redrawn. Very close to what they looked like in the last game, but he said some things that are a little different than I remember them. What the? Please, just once more. May I please testify one last time? Please, Mr. Judge. Of course it's alright. Just go right ahead and give your testimony. Telling the story the true colors. The truth is, Feeney pushed him twice. The first time was into the electrical pole, that's when the cable broke. Then Dookie tried his best to run away from him, but Feeney caught up and crashed him from behind. The cable snapping and Dookie being electrocuted is It all occurred in less than a minute. So after being soft, the victim got up and tried to run away. That is when the defendant pushed him for a second time. I'm so sorry, Feeny, but I just have to tell the truth. Am I doing the right thing? Am I, Mr. Judge? Of course you are, my dear. As painful as it may seem, you are. Now, Miss Faye, cross-examination. Miss Hartram, previously in your testimony you said the following. Actually, I didn't see the moment he pushed Dookie. I know, I'm sorry. I wanted to protect Feeny. So that's why you basically lied to the court. I was a bad girl, I know. Mr. Judge? Yes? Would you please forgive little old me? Of course he won't. What you did is go Hey, come on, it was just a little white lie. Well, one thing I can say, they made eyes look so dead in this version. Well, forget about it this time. Please be more careful from now on, alright? Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Judge. Not at all. That judge had better be more careful with himself. A dark alley is friendlier than that girl. Oh, achievement, be fair, your honor. You're saying you actually saw victim get pushed into a scupper? I know he doesn't look at it, but Feeny can be a bit of an imp when he wants to be. Oh, really? But I never imagined that he would cause an electrical cable to break. No, like, if you look like images from before, the original version and the new version, and you look at the eyes. True, the eyes were not that high detail, but they were more alive. Feeny really is scary when he gets mad. Yes, he sounds like a very dangerous individual indeed. So let me get this straight. You were happily listening to music on your headphones while you watched this scene unfold. Miss Faye, I have to ask you to stop badgering the witness. I wasn't happy. I was so scared that I couldn't even move. All I could do was stand there and cheer them on. Cheer them on? What do you mean by that? Well, I wish the best for them both, and they would each give the fight their all. That's very sweet of you. Be so supportive. And what happened afterwards? That doesn't sound quite right. There were handprints found on the chest of the victim's leather jacket. Mr. Payne, were there also prints on the back of his leather jacket? Well, no, there weren't. Madam Faye, may I suggest that you listen a little more carefully? I said that he crashed into him from behind, right? And Feeny wouldn't leave any prints behind in that case, would he? Ugh. Did you actually witness the moment the victim was electrocuted? I'm sorry, I didn't actually see it. I turned my eyes away. That's understandable. Yes, indeed, it would have been a horrific sight for anyone to behold. She didn't have much time to come up with a line, so this is my best chance. Wait. 3:05 is the time of death. And there was 5 minutes from this. Aha! I'm gonna guess this is the right one. Yes, it is. That's enough fitness. I'm afraid I don't understand. You will in a minute. Would you please take a look at this picture? Oh, that medicine. That's the one Finny likes to take for his cold. That's not the medicine I want you to look at. It's the Fritz watch. It stopped at precise time the victim was electrocuted. In other words, 3:05 p.m. Yes, and your point is, Miss Faye? My point is this. What time was it when the lab suffered that power outage due to the cable snapping? Well, according to the standard testimony, the answer is clear. It was 2:55. 10 minutes. Would you care to explain to the court, Miss Talia Hartwell, what exactly happened during this 10-minute interval? The defense proposed that it was during this interval that the real murderer killed Mr. Doc Swallow. Order. This nonsense. The real murder. Even you can deny that the time between cable breaking and electrocution are completely unaccounted for. Then who was it? Who else you saying could have done it? There's only one person who could have murdered Mr. Swallow. Only after my client had left the scene. There was open window for opportunity for the real killer. Miss Faye, is the defense ready to indict someone as the real killer? It's finally time. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Yes, Your Honor. We are ready. Very well. Remember, if you accuse the wrong person, you will be penalized. Think very carefully before you speak, Miss Faye. Now then, Miss Faye, let's have it. Who is the real killer? It's... Why is not the judge here? Why is not the judge here? Give me the judge! It could only have been you, Dahlia Hartwell. What? How can you? The defense is grasping at straws. 10 minutes passed between the time of cable broke and the time of electrocution. What exactly were you doing that whole time, Miss Hartwell? Were you really listening some music while cheering both on as they fought? First case, we haven't. We know that this is the second case. I find it hard to believe that you didn't lift a finger to stop the men gear steal. Order, Miss Faye. What? What is... Mr. Hartwell, I believe you did witness two men fighting that day. However, after Mr. Floyd pushed the victim and left the scene, it was you who pushed Mr. Swallow to his death by your very own hands. Oh, the butterflies came back. How can you say something so mean, Madame Faye? I didn't do anything. Your Honor, Please, I have something I want to say. You... What is it? Please strike everything the defense said just now from... Oh my god, you fucking idiot. I can't believe we're playing as this dumb shit. What the? Are you daft? Get the time from Miss Faye. Dolly, she couldn't do something like that. Mr. Fred, get back in your seat. Trap that man. Ah, choo choo. Leave my Dolly alone, choo choo. Ah, the boy. He's gotten himself way over his head. Oh, Mr. Crossberg, you're back. It seems I arrived just the nick of time. I found the police report on that incident in your newspaper clipping. Thank you so much. This is exactly what I was hoping for. You better take a good look at it. It tells how you came to lose your boyfriend. What? Now then, the defense has made very serious accusations. Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this? Well, really, Your Honor, May I interrupt you two for just a moment, Mr. Prosecutor? Ah, don't worry, my dear. I have the situation well in hand. Sniffle. Go right ahead. Madam Fane, are you seriously accusing me of killing my sweet Dookie? Yes, I am. Not only am I saying you murdered Dog Swallow, but you also tried to pin the whole thing on your current lover, Phoenix Wright. I told you should let me handle this. Weep. Sorry, please go ahead. How can you say that? I'm absolutely devoted to my dear Feeny. The notion that I would try to frame him is ludicrous. Yeah. It's all just too much for poor little me to bear. I believe the girl is trying to ask what on earth her motive would be. The answer that lies somewhere in this police report. It must. 8 months ago, an incident occurred in the basement cafeteria of this building. And then, the same day, the two of them accidentally meet. Your Honor, the defense requests further testimony from Miss Talia Hartron. Further testimony? What about? About events of the day she first met defendant Mr. Phoenix Wright. What could that possibly have to do with this case? The witness claims that she has no reason to frame defendant, am I correct? Well, I have evidence that suggests that she in fact had a very good reason. Very well then, the court grants defense request. Young lady, would you mind staying for just a bit longer? Of course not, Miss Judge. Get ready for battle! How I met my feeling. Our music changed. I first met my darling feeling 8 months ago. It's like we were destined to meet in this very courthouse basement reading room. The moment our eyes met, my heart skipped a beat. We've been going out ever since that fateful day. We're so lovey-woofy, we literally make people sick. It's just jealousy, I think. Lovey-woofy? What? Mr. Fry, do that again and you will be held in contempt of the court. As we used to say in the days of my youth, go get her. Also, let's check the police report. I wanna check. Visit over the view. Location: District Courthouse Cafeteria. PM. Diego Armando, lawyer. Suspect: Dahlia. Oh. Armando ingested poison by interviewing the suspect regarding another case. Traces of poison were found on victim's coffee cup. No poison was found in the vicinity or on suspect person. Murder in the cause where the information disclosed the victim is the lawyer. So until that time, you have been dating Dog Swallow. Yes, I'm a real fool, I know. Letting my emotions change so quickly. I'm ashamed of myself. No, not at all. Look at me, I'm infamous for changing my mind. My critics have even taken calling me Judge Piccolo. Oh, Judge. He is a treasure. Despite that, however, he always hands down a correct food. That's why some people also call him the Great Judge Genie. The courthouse reading room. That's a strange place to meet the love of your life. That's not true, Madam Fane. After all, Feeny was not only an art student, he was also planning on becoming a lawyer. I'm not talking about him, but talking about you, Miss Hawthorne. What was Richard Surrey's student like you doing in the courthouse reading room? This line of questioning is waste of time. It has nothing to do with our murder case. Warning you, if this has nothing to do, I want more info. Your Honor, if you allow me some latitude, I think I can establish relevance. Please ask her to continue on with her testimony. Very well. Young lady, I've got a simple question for you. What were you doing downstairs in the courthouse reading room? I don't know, latitude, whatever. If it pleases Honor, the answer is simply this. You were writing a paper? On what? A relationship between modern Zenyu poetry and criminal underworld. Ho, that sounds like fascinating research idea. Am I getting old? Now I've even forgotten what I've forgotten. With life crisis stuff. Speaking of forgetting things, you haven't forgotten the police report, have you? I went through a lot of trouble to get it, my dear, so be sure to read it carefully. I just want to press this rest of the things. So what was it about Mr. Fry that made your heart malfunction like that? In my personal opinion, he looks like a typical snotty-nosed college brat. Perhaps to a woman your age, but for me, Feeny is handsome. Perhaps to you, Miss Hawthorne, but to the rest of the planet, he's time a dozen. Love is mysterious thing, and I object to this line of questioning. If you were to look at my wife, for example, you might all be shocked. He's telling the truth. It was truly shocking. Now I'm curious. Beautiful mushroom, growing tall in the darkness, it comes from cow dung. What? That's the poem that best describes how I feel about my feeling. Were there any bad feelings between you and Mr. Swallow? No, not at all. We parted on very good terms. But that can be. Our investigation also showed that it was clean breakup. Huh, are you sure? Yes, it seems they both wanted it that way. Cause I want it that way. So you're saying that Mr. Fowler also wanted to break up with you? Well, you see, that's a cruel thing to ask lovely young lady like this. By the way, I have never once considered leaving my wife. No one cares, Mr. Payne. Didn't you deny it? That was me. But Swallow must have seen through her little act. He must have gotten a glimpse of her true nature. That woman had such in palm of her hand. The only way to describe grand fiction is. Let's go. Mr. Hawthorne, you weren't here because of your research paper, were you? Didn't you actually come here for a much more important reason? What's the meaning of the cocky smile on your face, Miss Fay? 8 months ago, right here in this very courtroom, there was another tragedy. Another tragedy? Do you mean the incident in which the attorney was poisoned? How can he remember that when he doesn't remember anything, really? The name of the suspect in that incident is listed here in this report. And the name is Talia Hawthorne. What? Talia Hawthorne? Yes, the sweetie pie of everyone's eye, Miss Talia Hawthorne. She was prime suspect in a criminal case just 8 months ago. No, the thing is that he remembers that there was a case about that, but he doesn't remember anything about anything, really. That's the surprising part. It doesn't mean who was the judge overseeing the case. The fact that he knows the case at all is a mystery. Order, this is unbelievable. It's true then. Miss Faye, that's not fair. You can't slander my witness with unrelated case. I, Winston Payne, will not allow it. Mr. Prosecutor, I believe I was speaking. Pardon me. Go right ahead. It's true that about 8 months ago, the police expressed some interest in me. Expressed some interest, huh? Mr. Judge, sir, I know I'm on the road, so I tell you the absolute truth. I did not commit the crime that occurred during that incident 8 months ago. I see. I took crimes together. Now I just have to stay on the offensive. Madam, yeah. Oh, you really lit the fire in my heart and my buttocks. Why is there fire in your buttocks? I can hardly tell which is more inflamed, my spirit or my hemorrhoids. I met a lawyer who was present to discuss something in the cafeteria that day. I left my seat for just a moment and that's when it happened. From what I heard, it was liquid poison that is lethal at just 2 teaspoons. Not only that, I heard it was very special kind of poison. So you see, I'm innocent. I won't even know where to get poison like that.
So that's what happened here 8 months ago. However, as you heard from the witness testimony, she had nothing to do with it. I think defense is just about out of tricks. Wait, Beaver, you don't know Bella Delphine? Do you know Ahegao Ways? I mean, you must have seen a picture of that at least. Bella Delphine, Ahegao Ways. I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Payne, but I'm afraid the defense has many more tricks up to its sleeve today. And I'd be sure to show them to you before end of this cross-examination. It's... But you are on internet every day. Why does the defense turn out to be a stronger? Aha, Mia. You're growing with true lawyers aura, my dear. The proud pastor and self-confidence. Absolutely smashing. What were you talking about with the defense attorney? Well, I am sorry, but that's confidential. According to report, they were being interviewed regarding another case. The lawyer that was killed said he wanted to talk about the incident I was caught up in when I was younger. Why don't you tell us what that incident was? That's absolutely nothing at all to do with this case. Objection sustained. Defense question is stricken from record. You get a lot of involved in a lot of incidents, don't you, Miss Hartron? Well, I guess I was just born under a bad sign. Don't worry, darling, I protect you. You heard the man. Now that is true love, young lady. Oh, Feeny, please. Yeah, but those are kinda core value news, even though she didn't rock that high core values, but yeah. Those two really are making me ill. How long were you gone? I already answered all these questions for the police, but if you must know, maybe 10 or 20 minutes. And where were you during that stretch of time? Using the toilet? What are you saying, Miss Faye? Toilet? My perfect little duty doesn't poop. I'm dead inside. You had to defend them, Miss Faye. Better luck next time. Oh, Feeny, please. Police have already looked into this whole matter. This line of questioning is nothing but waste of the court's time. Objection sustained. Miss Hartron, please continue with your testimony. But how much liquid is just this sponge? Well, let me see. My bottle of eye drop says it's half fluid ounce, which is equal to 3 teaspoons. It's about 2/3 of that amount, huh? Poison was found in the lawyer's mug of coffee. Must have been after I left the table. He didn't even have it together in the first place, Beaver. Phoenix is a lost cause. Someone must have quietly slipped in there. A special kind of poison? How so? Well, I heard it's almost impossible to detect. Oh, where would something like that come from? Sorry, all I know is what I heard the policeman say. They said something about using advanced chemical process to purify it.
Clinical process. Well, that's quite impressive. Most impressive. And that's the reason they didn't arrest you. Because no one could show how you could have gotten the poison. I think that's good enough reason, Madam Faye. She's right, and I think we all had enough of Miss Faye's questions. In a sense, the main reason Heartthrob was never arrested for this crime. Because no one could show how she could have obtained the poison. Boyfriend! You wouldn't know how to get that kind of poison. I don't believe you. What? In fact, you had easy access to that kind of poison, didn't you? At your boyfriend's lab. Boyfriend, you mean the victim, Doc Swallow? That's right. Up until 8 months ago, Miss Heartthrob was dating Mr. Swallow. And if you recall, Mr. Swallow was pharma student at Ivy University. Pharma? His laboratory contained highly advanced chemistry equipment. In fact, without such equipment, the good trip would never have obtained such rare and special poison. But why would university laboratory have special kind of poison? I don't know, but let's just roll with it. Well, Miss Heartthrob, it seems you had access to such poison after all. And then it was a matter of slipping it in the victim's coffee when he wasn't looking. Yeah, I expected that there would be poison, but that was like special poison that couldn't be detected or something. That's what I'm confused about. Or skeptical about. The only person who could have done that was one sitting at his very table, you. Depends if you know, I don't know. I don't care, this game is full of weird stuff. Order, could it be? That's nothing but... May I say something, Madame Faye? What is it, Heartthrob? The amount of poison in coffee was 2 teaspoons, correct? In order to carry that much liquid, I would need some kind of container. Well, yes, that's true. I was searched immediately after the incident took place. Quite true, in fact, the entire courthouse was turned upside down. But they didn't find suspicious container anywhere, did they? The necklace! You could have easily gotten rid of something that small. Excuse me, madam, but this is code of law. If you're saying I threw the poison container away, I think you need to show some kind of proof. Provide some kind of evidence or disallow. Unless we come up with evidence, we're going to lose this lead. Body search. Yeah. If you're going to accuse the young lady of committing the murder, then where is the container the poison was carried? Patang! You were forced to get rid of container in a hurry, weren't you? And that's why you passed it on someone that had nothing to do with the case. Someone that you knew wouldn't be searched. Who is this person? Mr. Phoenix Wright, of course. The defendant was this witness accomplice. course not. She gave the poison to him, disguised as a present. What? But that's... that charming little necklace. Is this little bottle? It's really quite cute. So what about it? What does it mean, Miss Faye? Yeah, this game is weird. So what about it? What does it mean? That day a witness met the fell. I'm gonna take extra. Oh, you just did hydration for correct time. Thank you. This is why I hate I sit on streams. So much fucking reading. The day that the witness met and fell for the Phoenix Ride was 8 months ago. August 27, the very same day as the poisoning incident. Under the presence of love, the witness gave my client a present. And all for the purposes of finding the one piece of evidence that would give her away. But are you saying there's deadly poison in here? No, there's no longer any poison in the bottle. However, I'm certain if the crime lab were to analyze it, they would find a trace amount. Oh, another hydration, thank you. No one. Order in the court. On behalf of Dolly, I object. Fright, get the fuck away. Oh my god. I won't let you bully her like this. Mr. Fright, I thought I told you to stay in your seat. Mr. Fright, why? Why are you going through so much trouble to protect her? Why? Because I'm madly in love with her. Madly in love. I haven't heard anyone say that in a long time. Mr. Fright, have you ever thought about this? Why exactly would a woman like Talia Hawthorne want to date you anyway? Woof! Well, I guess she must be madly in love with me too. Oh, ignorances, please. At this point in the trial, I think it should be obvious to everyone. The real reason that Talia Hawthorne is dating you. Hawthorne was not and is not madly in love with you. The only thing she's after is the bottle necklace you love to wear around your neck. My necklace? Back there in waiting room, you said it yourself. Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Please give it back now. What a strange girl, asking for a present back like that. For Talia Hawthorne, that necklace is irrefutable evidence of her crime. That's why she absolutely had to get it back. You're lying. And you never gave it back to her. And to make things worse for her, you insisted on showing it to everyone you met. That's why she... I don't believe you. No, that's a lie. Yeah, you're right. The defendant, he's getting away. Daily Furry after him. Well, weird things have happened in this game, okay? Are you alright? Yes, I think so. That boy, he went completely insane. Where is Mr. Fright? It looks like the bailiff caught him, so he should be back soon enough. Thank goodness. Oh no. What is it? The bottle necklace. Miss Hartron present. It's gone. What? Mr. Fright has... Oh my god. This case is really making me angry. I'm just gonna say that much. Foolish boy. That's the only thing that could have saved him. What in the places are we supposed to do now? Mr. Fright, this sort of behavior is unprecedented in the history of this court. I'm sorry. I'm afraid that your apology is not enough. Mr. Fright, what did you do with the bottle necklace? Forgive me, I'm sorry. It's okay, just give back the necklace. I ate it. What? What? You fucking idiot. You what? You ate it. It was too big to swallow, so I had to chew it into little bits first. The bottle thing was glass. I'm pretty sure it was... Oh. Your Honor, you got to stop the trial. Mr. Fright, are you feeling okay? Does your stomach hurt? That bottle you swallowed may have had some poison left in it. Hehe. It seems the defendant has proven the prosecution case for us. Certainly that bottle did not contain deadly poison. How can you be so sure? I think that's obvious. As you can see, the defendant is still very much alive. It needs 2 table... What was it? Teaspoons? And if there was only trace amount... Oh my... I don't wanna play this anymore, this makes my head hurt. As for poison, more like the fledgling defense attorneys of the active imagination. So it would seem. No, there must be some mistake. The bottle must have had any poison left in it. Either that, or the poison must have lost its potency. There. It's alright, Rookie. Trusting your client is the most noble thing a defense attorney can do. It's hard for me to see that you place this much faith in Mr. Fright. But that's how it is for us, the prosecution side too. For example, I would trust the witness Miss Hartron with my very life. Which is why I can state that your assumption of her is completely wrong. That's enough. Unfortunately, Miss Faye, I cannot accept your explanation of the events. Oh, why? This may be impossible for a beginner like you to understand, but in court of law, evidence is everything. Even after I proved so much, is she going to get away with everything? Well, now that suspicious surrounding Miss Hartron has been cleared up, I would like to proceed. What do you want now? Totally skip my mind. I don't care, fuck you. Yeah, you are a disgrace. Fuck you. I can't believe I have to play as you. Mr. Fright, what are you trying to say? There's something I forgot to tell you. What is it? That day, the day I met Dr. Swallow. Oh, this again. Last night some stole poison. Poison? The same thing happened 8 months ago. A drug sample was stolen. She came to lab that time too. It could only have been her. That girl is a thief. Stop it! Don't talk about her like that. Well, it's a bit too late, isn't it? Did he really say that? That's ridiculous. There's one more thing. After I pushed him that day, I got worried and came back to have a look. And she was there. Dolly was right there. She was crouched down next to him. What? She told me not to ever tell anyone about it, but I'm sorry, Dolly. Your Honor, this is the defendant is. This way, you could tell them. Dolly didn't do it. She is in. The defense believes that Miss Talia Hartron stole some poison on night before she killed Dr. Swallow. Night before? Naturally, her motive for stealing it was to kill someone. It's fake. If you're so certain of your theory, then let me ask you this. Exactly who was Miss Talia Hartron planning to kill? The fucking stupid asshole. There was one person that was standing squarely in Miss Hartron's way. That person was Mr. Phoenix Wright. Me? That's preposterous. After all, it was Dr. Swallow that was murdered. Well, it's true that that's how things worked out. But let's remember that Mr. Swallow died of electrocution, of poison. The person that Miss Hartron was planning the poison was in fact you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. There's no one else that it could be. But how can it be? I thought Mr. Fright and Miss Hartron were in love. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. As I said before, the only thing Miss Hartron truly cared about was the one piece of evidence linking her to that incident 8 months ago. That's right. The mortal necklace. That's all she cared about. But even so, why would she go so far as to murder him? 8 months ago, just after the fall of that attorney in basement cafeteria, Talia Hartron could think of only one thing: how to get rid of the bottle necklace as quickly as possible. No, it can't be. It was pretty good move she made too. The evidence was missing for a long time. But there was just one big problem. Although she got him to hide the evidence, Mr. Fright refused to return it to her. To him, the tiny bottle was cherished treasure. He even showed it to everyone he met. You mean that's why she tried to kill Mr. Fright? Correct, Your Honor. It was to retrieve that piece of evidence. Oh, this is taking longer than I thought. Feeny, what a joke you are. Honestly, how can any woman ever count you for anything? That is true. I even told you, time and time again, to keep your trap shut about me and that necklace. You disgust me. I like this one better though. Miss Hatra, it appears we are nearing the end of this trial. Fine. I can tell you a plan on making me into a criminal no matter. I can tell you plan on making me a criminal no matter what I say. You are a criminal, Miss Hatra. We'll see about that. But first, there's your evidence. It seems a sniveling little crybaby of a client has eaten the bottle as a snack. Well, hey old man, are you senile or something? Why don't you just say something instead of sitting there with a dumb look on your face? Miss Hatra, what's happened to you? Are you really that shocked? Or do you prefer me this way, Mr. Judge? With absolute no proof, you treat voluntary witness like she is a mass murderer. Well, I have nothing more to say. I'll be heading home now, if you don't mind. But we're not finished. Fine, then ask this nasty hag to finish up already. Stop me up. If you keep on pushing without any evidence, you could pay ultimate price as lawyer. The ultimate price? You'd be forced to take off your attorney's badge forever, I'm afraid. No! You better think it over careful. Miss Faye. Or should I say, Miss Gray? Well, Miss Faye, can you provide evidence that would establish her guilt once and for all? I need confidence. I don't have any evidence that's well founded. Even so, I'd rather lose my attorney's badge than let her get away with murder. Your Honor, defense would like to present the proof. Impossible! You can't possibly... Stupid woman. It's the opinion of the court that there has already been enough discussion. Therefore, I will allow only one piece of evidence to be presented. Just one. If you are unable to establish her guilt, then I'm afraid that very harsh verdict will immediately be handed down on Mr. Fry. You understand? I can just imagine the headlines for tomorrow's newspaper. Up and coming lawyer plummets to earth before she gets the chance to soar. Oh. She was planning to poison Mr. Fright. If that's the case, then the poison was probably... Hey. It has to be this one. Because we haven't used this. Here it is, Your Honor. The evidence that will prove her guilt once and for all. Cold Killer Rex, Phoenix Fright's beloved court messenger. Hehehe. Does our rookie defense attorney have a bit of a cold? If I did, I wouldn't take this cold medicine. After all, it's been poisoned. What? Remember what the defendant said in his testimony? But I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. I always say with Dolly, just two of us. She was the one who took his bottle of Code Killer X. Then she poisoned it, knowing that Mr. Fright was going to take some. Now you really grasping at the straws. After all, it was the victim, Jack Swallow, that was holding the medicine. I would like God to recall the crime that happened here 8 months ago. You fucked up. Where did Miss Hawthorne hide his evidence? What are you talking about? 8 months ago, the poison was hidden in her bottle necklace, which she then gave someone else for safekeeping. Someone she had accidentally run into in the reading room. My client is the Phoenix, right? And I'm gonna take a sip cause it's 20 minutes. My voice is fading. Yeah, that's right. She did the same thing this time as well. After showing the victim, Mr. Fright left the crime scene. This is when the murderer, Natalie Hawthorne, appeared. With her, she was carrying the poisoned bottle of Code Killer X. This of course was so she could carry out her plan to murder Mr. Fright. I believe she did testify that she was going to meet the defendant. Yes, and she heard and saw everything that happened at the scene of the crime, including what the defendant and victim were arguing about at the cut and the cut electrical cable. She used the severed electrical cable to silence him forever. Unfortunately for her, this is when the problem occurred. Mr. Fright, who she thought had left the scene, came back to check on the victim. On top of that, because of the power outage, some students showed up as well. It's hardly any wonder that she was, as she put it, in a state of panic. Recall that she was carrying a bottle of poisoned cold medicine. Also, this angle is better for the core values, just, you know, if you wanted to. She must have thought, what if they searched me like they did 8 months ago? 8 months ago. Yes, she disposed of the evidence exactly the same way as she did back then. She had someone else hold it, in case dogs follow. Oh, come on now, everyone. Surely you aren't fooled, are you? This stupid woman is nothing but a filthy, stinking liar. Right, Mr. Prosecutor? Huh? Yes, that's exactly right. It's just pure desperation. I wonder which one of us is the desperate one. So, Miss Hawthorne. This cold medicine. I wonder if you wouldn't mind taking some. Well, Mr. Fright ate that necklace of yours, right? Now it's your turn to prove your innocence. What do you say? I'm just filthy stinking liar, then there's no need to worry. So come on, show us. I dare you to take some of this medicine right now. Grrr. Mia Fey. Oh, the butterflies burned. She became Super Saiyan. Wait, is she also bald? From here? Or like... Wait, what? I'm confused by the hair. Do you think you won? Well, do you, Mia Fey? That's just fine. But it was... For the time being, victory is yours.
for the time being. Well, I have very long memory, you know. And you and I will meet again. I'm certain of it. Well then, Mr. Judge. I'll see you later too, okay? Huh? Yes. I'm going to spend a little quality time with the men in blue now. I wish you all the best. Phew. It's finally all over. I refuse to accept this. The defense had shown scrap of evidence to support their outrageous claim. But even so, your witness seemed to have accepted it. I don't care, I'm Winston Bale. I don't believe one word that this rookie lawyer has said. Well then, Mr. Payne, let me ask you this. Yes? Would you care to try this court medicine? What? It's just a little earlier, I could have sworn you said. There. It's alright, rookie. For example, I would trust the witness Miss Hartron with my very life. So if she's so trustworthy, then I'm sure there couldn't possibly be any poison in here, right? You see, and here comes the back pedal. Come on now, rookie killer, show this rookie how it's done. How much trust do you really have for this woman? Are you willing to bet your life? Nyah, my hairs. What? My hair's flying, what? Oh, he became bald. Or bolder. Or the stupid hair left, I don't know. Mr. Payne, about Miss Tali Hartron. Yeah. He lost some hair. Yes, Your Honor, the 5 papers for her immediate arrest. Tragic, but not surprising. I knew there was something suspicious about her from the very beginning. No, she went with the police, so. Online, it's just a meet you well. By the way, Miss Fane. Yes, Your Honor. Was it just me, or did you and Miss Talia Hartron seem to know each other? Your Honor, whether we did or not has no bearing on this case. Very well. Miss Payne, Mr. Payne, this can't be happening. It's a nightmare. It's like losing my... It appears Mr. Payne has lost spirit along with his hair. Does the defendant have anything further to say? It can't be true. My dear Dolly... Very well, then. I believe I'm ready to pass judgment and bring this trial to an end. The court finds defendant Phoenix Wright guilty and out of this game. This court is adjourned. Yeah, you were wonderful in that. Thank you for everything, Mr. Krusbeck. During the verdict, I thought my hemorrhoids were going to explode like Mount Vesuvius. Krusbeck, do you maybe think you could stop talking about them? That's rather rude. Anyway, this case really made me think. What does it really mean to have a relationship of mutual trust with client? Perhaps it is we veteran lawyers who have lost sight of this. Ah, you fucking idiot. Oh, Mr. Fry. Congratulations. Thanks. I was thinking. Go on. The dolly that I saw up there in the witness stand, I don't think that was really her. What? Yeah, the dolly I know could never have said those kind of terrible things. Maybe
Maybe she was like, I don't know, fake or something. You need to forget about her, Mr. Fright, for your own sake. Yeah, you're right. That's probably for the best. Also, you need to relax a bit more. Try to grow up a little. A lot, I mean. Grow up a lot. But of all my friends, everyone says I'm the most You have terrible friends. Right now, I'm starting to become loyal myself. Please don't. That's what you keep saying. But I thought you were in the art department. Well, Phoenix says that she knitted the sweater, but I'm pretty sure it's bought. Yeah, but there's a friend that I desperately want to help. If I hurry, then I should still be able to save him in time. I think same is fair. A lawyer is someone who can help people when they're in trouble, right? I'm still new to this to myself, but I think that's exactly what lawyer is. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I study my butt off, I become lawyer for sure. I hope we can see each other again someday. It's been 5 years since I was acquitted of all charges. I became lawyer like blood and managed to save my friend. But Mia has passed on to better place. Yeah, I don't care about these lines, okay? Can I go back? No, I can't. For me, his trial brings up a lot of painful memories. But it also brings some pretty precious ones. And memories that I thought I would never rise to the surface again. Mia is gone now, but even so, I can hear her in my mind. Phoenix, no matter what, always believe in your client. Oh, the outfit is different. I just realized the outfit is different. In God of Law, your greatest weapon is your belief. 5 long years. Something has happened that's made me think back on her words of wisdom. But that is the story for another day. Oh, that was very long for a first case though. And for prelude for the next time. Kamsu? So at least we see our friend Kamsu. What? Batman?
Whew. But yeah, that was really long first case. I didn't expect to go full 3 hours on the first stream back in Phoenix. Next streams are definitely gonna be when it gets to the big continue point. That's gonna be one stream, cause I just 3 hours of talking. No, it's just it was good case cause we played as Mia, but oh my god, I don't think I can ever play as Phoenix ever again. Well, I have to, but yeah, on Friday we shall play Friday the 13th as long as we get enough people on board. Yeah, I don't really have what to say. I'm exhausted for talking for 3 hours without breaks. Well, we had one break, but still. So all I'm gonna say is thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Have an awesome evening, morning, afternoon. Whatever it is that you play. Stay awesome, stay safe, stay hydrated, you know the deal. And we shall see you again next time, which will be on Friday. Until then, stay awesome, stay safe. Bye 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 bye. 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 Bye 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 bye.